Welcome back to WFPN, where we talk to the movers, shakers, and tastemakers. And here, our special guest we have today.
Zeale, what's up?
Let's give him a round of applause.
Welcome.
Yeah, happy to be here. I wish I knew y'all were doing the. I could have.
You could have did it as a
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good. But how we would like to start this off is basically just one, you just saying who you are, what you do, but also just giving your origin story on how you got started and when you knew you was him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my name is Zeale. I was born and raised in Austin, Texas. And I am a musician. I'm a creative director, a content producer. All really dealing in the space typically of music and brands. I've been in Los Angeles the past 6 years, but this was home, and I just returned home. But I'm glad I took that journey because I learned a lot and really built out a big network with different communities, including the Recording Academy, and people in film, people in TV. So for me it's been great. But I guess, when did I know I was him?
Yep.
That's a strong one, right?
That's a great question. We'll go deep. I think when I realized that I could detach myself from expectation, I think that's when I picked up the ball and started running. And
Okay.
and that really for me happened from reading a series of books around the philosophy of Stoicism and just understanding that it's up to me to honor my gift and
Right.
honor the things I make and put out,
Mhm.
and then detach from any expectation from there. So that just frees you to create as much as you want to without limitation or expectations. And to me, that's the best art.
Mhm.
Wow. And is Zeale your biological name, like your
No,
government name?
no,
Okay.
my government name is off the record.
No, don't tell him. But how did you come to that name? That's really unique.
It's actually came from good friends of mine in middle school. I used to be kind of a class clown, and I had all these name schemes for like my homies that were in my French class. And we took that name scheme, applied it to everybody's, and mine ended up being Zilly. So the Z comes from my last name.
Okay.
The first time I actually used it was the first time I went to a rap battle in high school, and my homie was like, "You can't use your real name."
No.
And I was like, Zilly. And it just stuck from there. I kept it the same. I feel like it would just be crazy to try to think of a name now. It's almost like a comic book creator trying to think of like a badass name for a superhero. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. Let me just stick with what I got.
Absolutely. Well, what you created was pretty creative. So
Yeah, thank you.
I would
Thank
agree.
you.
Say, and speaking a little bit more and taking it back to Maddie's question, you talked a little bit about like rap battles and stuff
Yeah.
in your youth. Talk a little bit more about your like what got you started in this process.
I think for me, I always had a passion for like speaking. Poetry, I guess, was probably where it started. So in like high school, I would do a lot of poetry slams. I was actually on the speech and debate team, so I would go and compete at all these schools. Don't get it twisted. We were the bad kids.
Okay.
We were definitely doing illegal things in between the
Debates.
different competition rounds. But it was for me a great way to just kind of escape reality and be able to absorb a new reality and try to really get these different emotions and thoughts off, without the responsibility of what that would be in real life. Because essentially, doing these speech and debates and poetry, prose, you're just taking on a character role and you're performing it live. And I did everything from, I'll tell you the craziest one I did that I actually won a bunch with in high school was me playing like a slave about to get lynched. And that was crazy because it's a 10-minute dramatic scene.
Wow.
It was a dramatic competition. And I had to embody this real life person that unfortunately was lynched back in the day. But every time I did it, emotionally, it would break me down, and it always broke the audience down. I had people in tears every time. So it just gives you an example of how powerful it is to step into a world that is not your own, but be able to live and feel what that character felt.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a lot of ways, music is the same. When you're writing in the studio or when you're performing live, you get to be a different version of yourself. You get to be the superhero version of yourself sometimes. And yeah, that's kind of how I fell in love with performing in general and words, etc. And then it turned into slam poetry. Then that turned into my homie saying, "Hey, you can win some money if you do this rap battle." I was great at talking shit. Can I say it?
You can.
Okay.
You good.
I was fantastic at talking shit, and it was just a matter of putting it to rhymes on beat. And I was like, "Oh, this is easy," and it, in fact, was. and I ended up doing over like 200 rap battles across my rap battle career,
Damn.
all the way up to the World Rap
Wow.
Championships in New York, where I competed against like 2-on-2 with my boyfriend. We competed against like the UK, Australia, teams from all over the world. It was like
Mhm.
50 grand prize, crazy. So yeah, I've done a lot in that space. And then when that chapter was done, I was like, all right, I just want to try to write music and make things. So yeah,
Wow. That was pretty cool.
That
it's pretty cool.
was
That is pretty
Yeah.
cool. And I mean, you already started answering this question. You
Yep.
started to talk a little bit about your accomplishments, but take
Yep.
it. I mean, we like to go deep. What
Mhm.
would you say has been one of your greatest accomplishments or something that you were the most proud of throughout your career?
Wow. I mean, that's a good question. There's a lot of different landmark moments for me. I think the proudest moment I have is this woman over here is finding her in my life, and then being able to find a balance of how to have somebody who gives and also expresses, and so that, I would say that's my greatest achievement so far.
Better keep that man, girl. He's speaking highly of you.
Hey.
I guess some of the other little points under that have been really cool and unexpected, because to me those are the best things. It's like these events happening that you really didn't anticipate as an artist. But I played Madison Square Garden a few months back, which was actually the second time, and I got to express myself purely with freestyle rap, which was one of the reasons, or I should say, one of my entryways into music, right? Because all those rap battles was all freestyle off the dome, like figure it out. And to go to one of the biggest stages in the world and do that 2 times, looking out and there's like 30,000 people sold out, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna say, but it's gonna come out. But what was fantastic about that was I was doing it with my peers, who are also some of the most legendary musicians in Austin. They all play with Gary Clark Jr. and the Black Pumas and Zach Brown Band, et cetera, et cetera. But these are all like assassins at their instrument, on saxophone and on drums and on bass and guitar and keys. So, I'm just lucky to have people like that in my life. And when you're able to step on the biggest stage, one of the biggest stages in the world, knowing you have this group of samurais behind you, it just feels incredible. And we all rose to the occasion, and those moments were dope. So there's other things like that, but
I mean, if this is your moment, if you want to share it, share it. I mean, you're a wordsmith, so we're enjoying hearing you talking about the things you've accomplished. So go off.
You sound very passionate with it, so please.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get too deep on it. I guess what I'm trying to highlight is it's those unexpected moments that feel like the biggest blessings. We can strive forever to make the perfect record or try to get the perfect record deal, but I think when the world gives you something back unexpected, it really um, shows you and highlights like your merit, and the hard work that you put in is not for nothing. So yeah, like that's just the overall sense. There's other instances of that, but that's what I would want someone to take home if they're hearing that.
Got you. Now, my question is basically, what's next for you? What do you have that is coming up that you want the viewers to also
Yeah,
be aware of?
too much, man.
Okay, let's like go down the list now.
Well, there's two worlds that I exist in right now, and that is doing music, creating and pushing that, and then also being a creative director. So right now, for me, the most exciting things on the professional side is I'm working with Coca-Cola on like the fourth project. I have just contracted with a really dope agency that's going to have me on big projects across the country next year. So that is to me like very exciting and exciting, and I'm focused on that. In terms of the music side of it, there's going to be quite a few more shows for me next year in different capacities. But the one I hope comes through the most is in Tokyo at the Blue Note in Tokyo. And that'll be with some of my good friends who I've played Madison Square Garden with. It's John Dees and the Group Line Horns. So that's probably those are the things I'm looking forward to the most in terms of physical things that will come out. I'll definitely be releasing music, but for me, it's about the journey. So I'm not trying to glue myself to yo, check out this next single. Like the music will come when it comes. If you're around, you can find me and figure it out. And I appreciate and love all the support. But most of my creative stuff I do is on my Instagram, so you can find me on there and just follow along and see what I'm up to, because I'm always getting into things that are new and exciting to me, and hopefully other people find them exciting too.
Absolutely.
And where can people find you at? I know
Yeah.
I know you mentioned Instagram,
Yep.
so all platforms: Instagram,
Yep.
Facebook, TikTok,
Yeah. Yep.
Snapchat.
Website.
Yeah, so
Website.
so mainly on Instagram and YouTube. So Instagram is Zeale, Zeale, and then on YouTube it's Zeale SP. That one is more focused on music production. So anybody who's into like hardware, lo-fi music production, I have a lot of videos that kind of show you my techniques and stuff on there.
Okay.
But yeah, TikTok is, I just can't rock with it, and I gave up on Snapchat. Are y'all TikToking out here?
I don't even know how to make a TikTok.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
Give me some.
I'm not that cool. I can watch a video and laugh.
They said nope.
See, I do for my own stuff that I'm like putting out and promoting, but it does take time to like.
It does.
And creative energy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just a big black box for me, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go the path of least resistance, and IG and YouTube. I get a lot of really good community love there, so I'm staying where the positivity is for now.
Exactly.
Smart man.
Yes, and that's the important part.
Well, thank you for coming on to our show and
course,
sharing your greatness.
Yes.
I think that one of the beautiful things about like bringing different type of curators to the show and like spreading y'all's different messages is we get a unique experience from each person.
Right.
So even hearing you talk about like how Instagram and all those platforms are better for you than TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like we're finding our people.
Yeah, there we go. I love it. I'm with it. I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Can we do the 3-hand thing?
Absolutely. You want to tell them who do we make these shows for? Who comes onto
you.
our platforms?
So like I said last time, we talked to the movers, shakers, and tastemakers, and we'll be right back.